We do have a long-run budget problem. So, starting point is to acknowledge that there is a problem, that if you ask about the state of the U.S. public finances 15 years from now, under current policy, it looks pretty grim. So something will have to be done. The question is, what about now? And if we skimp on supporting the economy now, first of all, we deepen these problems. We make higher unemployment. We reduce the long-run prospects. Secondly, we do amazingly little to improve our long-run budget position. Give you a number. Suppose we talk about $1 trillion, more or less, of spending in the next year or two. $1 trillion, the U.S. government can currently borrow, if it issues inflation-indexed bonds, it can currently borrow at an interest rate of about 1.7%. So $1 trillion of spending is going to add to future interest costs only $17 billion a year, with a $2.5 trillion federal revenue base. It's not going to make a significant difference, but it could make all the difference in the world to the state of the economy in the near term. So the arithmetic says that yes, well, the arithmetic is basically St. Augustine arithmetic. It says, oh Lord, make me chaste and continent, but not yet. Yes, let's have serious fiscal adjustment, but not until the economy has recovered.
But a lot of people look at the stimulus, $800 billion, and they say, we did everything Paul Krugman wanted, and it didn't work.
As it happens, I have a track record here, because at the beginning, when the stimulus was being discussed, I looked at what we knew even then about the severity of the financial crisis and said, this is not enough. And so it has proved. I mean, you say $800 billion, and it sounds like a huge number. You say that even on the administration's own forecast, at its peak, it would only produce unemployment that was around 1.5 percentage points lower than it would otherwise have been, in a world in which it was fairly predictable we were going to see a large rise in unemployment. This is what you expected to see. Maybe a bit worse, but this is not, if Obama and Congress had given a stimulus of the scale that people like myself said was necessary, and that had failed, then we could have a discussion. But in fact, they did something inadequate, and the results are disappointing.
But when you look around, you don't see federal dollars at work. Is that a reasonable criticism? I mean, people compare it to the 30s, and they say, where did all the stimulus money go? We don't see the WPA-type projects. We don't see massive new infrastructure. We spent, at the end of the day, it's still a large number. I know you would have preferred 1.2, 1.3 trillion, but $800 billion is a lot of money. And where did it go? Why did it not have an effect?
Well, first of all, a third of it was tax cuts, which we didn't think was going to be very, in principle, was not going to be very effective because they would be largely saved. A lot of the rest was aid to state and local governments, which helped avoid job cuts, helped make the job cuts at that level less than they would have been, but that's not visible. It's something that didn't happen. Unemployment benefits, again, it's invisible, although it's made a huge difference to a lot of people, and the fact that they're running out is going to be a huge problem. And they did not do enough. There was not a whole lot of stimulus of actual infrastructure. Some of that is coming online now, finally. But I would have been for an all-out push to get a lot of public works spending up front. And in a way, that's saying, we can still do that. If we had the political will, we could do that now.